This is bad. You can edit this out, right?
Absolutely not.
Come on.
Oh, it's like
What's
public
up, everyone?
speaking. You do that.
I mean, I don't do it well, but okay. What's up, everyone? This, this is so dumb. Javon made me do this. It's his fault. He said, "You do the intro. You're in charge." So if today's a train wreck, it's my fault. So welcome to the Jovial Pursuits podcast. I'm Brandon. I'm the co-host normally, and here's Javon. He's like the guru of all the things that we do.
Also, not. Don't put that over my head.
What you?
I like a lot of knowledge. I
Yeah.
look for it.
Yep.
So what's up?
So the one that I had in my head for like our how old were you
Mm.
was the one you sent me this week about square dancing. Like,
Bro, right?
that was so crazy. And I don't know how many people know this about square dancing, but apparently square dancing was initiated by Henry Ford, who was really well, he was concerned about people going to jazz clubs,
Mm-hmm.
which, to be fair, everyone,
Where they
jazz is infinitely better than
facts.
square dancing
Yes.
music. Like, just I'm gonna catch some heat sometime for
They
that.
wanted them to stay away from the marijuanas.
The the marijuanas.
Mm-hmm. That was
Yep.
true because the blacks and the Mexicans were the ones that did that. Like it wasn't everyone at the time, but okay. So get them out of
Yeah.
the
So
nightclubs.
get them into like square dancing, and so much money was spent on somehow turning square dancing into a like curriculum for schools for
Mm-hmm.
kids because they were like Henry Ford was like gotta keep them out of the gateway drug, and people were like marijuana, and he was like, no, jazz.
Jazz.
Like, you
First of
gotta
all,
you gotta
jazz
bring it
can
back
take
to
you on a trip, dude.
mm,
I promise you that.
so true,
But
so
they're
true.
like, nah, square dance. So
Yeah,
don't see do your ass up in that gym class.
right. I i will say I almost learned how to square dance one time, um and it was one of the most mortifying things of all time. My wife and I were going on a cruise with my brother-in-law. And fun fact, everyone, if you're going on a cruise with children, the birth certificates from your hospital or the sort of certificate of birth from your hospital is not a legal document. So if you bring it and you're like, this should get us on the ship with our children, the ship will not let you go. So my brother-in-law and my nieces and nephew, well, it was just niece and nephew at that time, had to stay back, and they weren't allowed on this cruise ship.
Well, first of all, I'm today years old for that one.
Yep. It looked legit. Like, it had a gold embossed seal and everything. So I was like, oh yeah, that's a legit one. And they're like, no, it's not a government issued one. So fast forward to me trying to cheer up my wife, and I was like, why don't you look at the itinerary on
Mm-hmm.
the ship and choose something you want to do? I'll do whatever you want. Never say that. That's that's today's
Facts.
that's
It's a
that's the
trap.
today's bad advice. Say, I'll do whatever you want. Never say that.
Bro, never say that.
So I so we get she goes down the line and she was like, "Oh, square dancing." And I was like, mm-mm. And we go to like the main auditorium in this cruise ship, and there's all these people on the main stage, and they're like, "Oh, it's square dancing class." And I'm going, "This is dumb. I think square dancing is dumb." And I'm sure a lot of people love it, but no. And I chickened out because I didn't want to look like an idiot. So it
Bro,
got
did you
worse.
see the beginning of the podcast?
Come, like I said, if it's a bad one today, it's all me, just looking like a
The
doofus.
bad ones are the best ones, so hush.
So I chickened out, which I had to make right, and you
Yeah.
knew that. So square dancing, because I chickened out of square dancing, I then had to a second time go, no, I really mean it, whatever you want to do. And she was like, if you didn't want to do that, you're definitely not going to want to do this one. And I
Oh,
was like,
damn.
uh,
Came back with a vengeance, huh?
and yeah, I went to a different class with her where we learned the entire dance to Thriller, the entire thing.
Not you doing.
Yeah, like yep. I mean, the whole thing. And I didn't want to look like an idiot, right? With the square dance. But do you know the composition of my Thriller dance class that I got?
What was it?
It was me and 49 other women. Guess who stuck out like a sore
You,
thumb when people were walking by because there were so many people that were interested. They were like, let's just do the class out on like one of the main decks. And I was like,
dude, please
this
tell
is
me they
but
had you as MJ.
no, I was
Oh,
trying to hide. I was trying to hide. And I was like,
that's the
I should
perfect opportunity for the leader. Yeah, hey, yeah, you come up front for me, please. If you when you
have.
see the this,
Mm-hmm.
it's game over. You have to
Yep,
listen. Hey,
you do.
up
You,
front.
man, I and my wife loved it. And the whole time she was like, I know you hate this. And I was like, I actually thoroughly enjoy Michael Jackson. But being in the middle, out in the open, doing the Thriller dance, as everyone's like walking by with their smoothies and their margaritas, like, what's going on over here? I'm like, what's this guy doing? And I was like, I'm just I'm following through on my commitment. It would have been better at square dancing.
You should have, man. Let that be a lesson to you. Do it the
Mm-hmm.
first time.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Yep.
a
Yep.
fantastic story, dude. That's
Yep.
hilarious.
Yeah. And
But yeah, all because of Henry Ford.
yeah, thanks, Henry. I wouldn't have had to go through that if you weren't some sort of like, you know, afraid
Was
of
yeah,
jazz
yeah.
and
What was it?
race.
Who was it Reagan who made it the actual curriculum?
I can't remember. I just remember you sent me that TikTok and I'm like going through it going, no, no. And then we started doing a deep dive and I was like, oh no,
Yeah.
for real? But
It was that was a good one. I thoroughly enjoyed that TikTok. Honestly, there's not too many that I actually like, but the educational ones always throw me for a loop because it's the
mhm.
most bizarre. But they come with receipts.
Oh yeah.
It's undisputable.
Yep.
So,
Yeah.
dude, that's what's up. You ever,
So
you ever
that
heard about
was
Fifth Wheel?
what do you
Fifth
mean a
Wheel?
fifth,
Yeah,
like
Fifth Wheel.
fifth wheel like as like in a fifth wheel trailer?
Fifth Wheel wheel.
No, please clarify. I have no idea what you're talking about.
All right. So there was this car that was invented, right? And it had a fifth wheel in the back. So, like, say here's the car on the back, it had a wheel. It took the spare and it used it. This is where it's crazy how we've been innovative and then gotten rid of that shit because I look at that like, yo, convenience, especially in packed cities. What are we doing? So, this wheel, so like,
Hmm.
say you want to either get out of a spot or parallel park, this wheel comes down, kind of lifts your car a little bit. It helps swing your back in. So,
Oh,
like, say you're butt to butt, you and you want to get out, you can't like maneuver or nothing. You drop this wheel and it comes out and puts you in the
dang.
road, pull it back up, reverse out completely, you're gone.
Huh. That'd be super
Dude,
handy.
deep dive that it's crazy. That one's from 1935.
We definitely could use that now.
Do me. All right. Continue talking. I'm gonna pull it up real quick.
No, Why did they say why they tried to get rid of it then? Why aren't we
I
using it
did look it
anymore?
up. They were saying because it was making cars heavy, and now with the way that uh the powertrain or drivetrain is, I don't know cars like that, but however that is more economically feasible to
Sure.
get the same thing done. But I'm like, our cities are packed now. It's
And
something that should come back around.
and everyone knows the fear that parallel parking strikes into every driver's test. Like, just please don't make me do it, Mr. Man. I don't want to do that.
Oh, dude, because it was in like black and white. Where is it? Just keep talking.
All right. Well,
Keep post.
you got like photos and everything. You
I
know,
should have had it pulled up. I'm not gonna lie, I should have had it pulled up. That's on me.
how'd you find out about that?
I learned about this like in college. It
Hmm.
was because I used to watch just like random um like fascinating facts, like 101 fascinating facts. And the video's
Hmm.
like an hour long. And then it just goes through a bunch of different things of like, all right, weird facts of
Yeah.
1930s. And
Dang.
so,
That
all right,
definitely
boom.
applies.
Share screen.
We we need to like
Share.
should have oh for the first time, ladies and gentlemen, the fifth wheel. Dang. I mean, it looks goofy. Whoa,
But like, so say you had a weirdly tight, like,
whoa, 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 whoa. Wait, does it just roll down through like the bumper?
mm-hmm,
Whoa.
just like, excuse me, right behind it.
That's brilliant.
So they
That's a
showed it
brilliant
in like
idea.
driveway,
Yeah,
and
just
like
like
it's really
drop
tight,
down.
and it's able to just swing the tail around like how lawnmowers are today.
Yep. Yep.
So
Huh. We definitely need that back.
that's what I said. I
All
showed
right.
Jill that, she said the same thing. So
Ford Motor Company. If you guys want to make up for what you all did with square dancing, this is how you do it. This is how
bring
you
back the fifth wheel.
this is this is the apology that America needs right now from you. We'll make it right for our square dancing.
Dude, the convenience right now would is
Hmm.
it it's right there.
Yep.
You've got an industry need. Like
Uh-huh.
it's crazy.
Yeah.
Elon, put him on the Tesla.
Dude, Elon
Be
just
out
had to
here.
recall he just had
Yeah,
to recall all the
I
Teslas.
saw like a fuck god. It was a lot.
It was almost all of them on the road.
Is it almost all of them?
Yeah.
Oh, because they've been popping them out here over the past couple of years. So it's like,
Yep.
sheesh. Because everyone in my region has one. Like not everyone, but like a good chunk. They all
Yeah.
got them. So I'm like, how's this gonna work?
Mm-hmm. Can you
Now I hear it's just
right?
because of the autopilot, but I heard that's a feature you got to pay for. So some people wouldn't be using that, but is it just faulty in general, like causing a fault somewhere along? Do you know?
Yeah, it was something about some sort of misreading that was happening.
Mm.
So all I know is that dude is taking some very expensive baths lately. Just you go to
The
all your
Twitter L
advertisers. Yep.
says,
Like,
"Go fuck yourself." And he was expecting a cheer. You could tell he was expecting a cheer, and they were just
yeah.
like,
Yep.
so he
Like
said it
that.
again, and they were like, "Woo, woo." Like,
Yeah. Yeah. Someone's back there because they're holding Tesla stock. Like, yeah.
right? It was just like three
Twitter
random
stock.
people
Like,
across the audience.
yep. Please don't do this to my 401k. I'm so sorry.
About to tank. I don't know what's going on. Because he also got denied something here recently too for his space stuff.
Hmm.
So he is taking some L's. Good
Yeah.
gravy.
Yeah. I mean, I'm
I wonder if
I'm
his
all
mental health is okay.
we should ask him. We should just be like, Elon, like you should talk to us for a little bit. We'll try and help you out
He's like,
because
bro, you doing all right?
like
Just ask him like a friend. Just
yeah,
like, you doing all right, man?
you okay, man?
All
Like
right, let's go out
it
for
seems a
drinks.
little bit
It feels
rough.
like we gotta talk. just just set it up. Whole intervention stuff. No, let's go out. Let's figure this out.
Right? Because there's like, I mean, there's times where like I wonder there's it sounds like a weird take,
Mhm.
but there's times kind of like with people that we assume are really like just genius, brilliant level. There's a moment where they do think out of the box, and you're like, oh, that's pretty cool. And
Mhm.
then there's a moment where everyone just goes, ah, are you are you are you okay? Are you okay? Because I think we're kind of where we shouldn't be anymore. Kind of
Yeah.
like it was
They
like
say
with Kanye.
there's a fine line in between genius and insanity, which I can see. And
Hmm.
if you're not like doing vices or something, like having a vice or something, and it
Hmm.
only be work, oh, you're in trouble, bro.
Hmm.
People need vices. They got to learn to like live without them too. But it's like you got to learn how to have vices in a healthy way. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
portion control. If you love like candy and treats and shit, like all right, don't say you can't have it at all because now you want
Hmm.
it more. Just be like, yo,
Yeah.
let me just get a little bit, but then like
Hmm.
put it under lock and key because bro, we know your ass going right back,
You know what's gonna happen.
turn it right back around. Because we've all gone in the Oreo thing, grab a couple more.
Yep. I
I
mean
had a
that's
swig of
is
milk.
that
Let me finish off one more.
don't I mean don't you think that's why the packaging is it comes in sleeves? Like we're gonna make it really easy for all y'all to just like open up a giant
That's why
tab.
the Chips Ahoy, they got them the
Mhm.
sideways, but they're also larger. So
Yeah.
it's a good thing I'm
But
not a
like
cookies person.
Kanye was kind of the same way. Like they're like his records where we'd be like, oh, he's unlike anything we've ever seen. And then there would be moments where like,
Bro,
mm,
we all know the moment that it started too. He lost his mom and he
yep,
hasn't recovered.
yeah,
And that's unfortunate. But these traumas, they also, I mean, they hold deep. So it's like, for so either Kanye, who we're all obviously certain is going through some stuff. Hopefully he feels better. And then
hmm
for Elon, yo, hit me up. We'll chat. Some like get a beer. We can smoke a joint.
no, hard pass. You you two can do your thing, and I'll just be the weird party pooper
Yo, Jill's
therapist
not
that's
the
like,
only one lighting
uh
up trees around these parts these days. She just got a Christmas tree. I light up trees.
huh,
Like these.
yep,
Little garlands and whatnot. A little tree bit.
yeah.
This is funny
I
seeing you
was
uncomfortable. What you got for me next, broski?
I didn't write this one down. I was gonna ask you how your week was going, but also like how's Hanukkah going for you?
It's been good.
Because
It's
it's been
been a
a
lot of
while.
reading. It's been the thing that I learned the most in all of it is there are way more prayers per night and like per time than I ever thought. So like under doctrines, like there's certain passages that you'll read at a certain time.
Hmm.
And I wasn't aware of that, which
I knew there was ones for each day, but like time too, like
yeah, because there was one for like
oh,
5:32. And I was like, how
that's so
how would
specific.
how did they know? Everybody bust out the sundial, like hold on.
I'm like,
Now we got 5. We got a minute. Like, hey, bro, what do we? Oh, so like I didn't know that
yep.
it came in like such specifics, but I should have known when like a lot of the other things that I've learned are very specific or
Yeah.
are there for very specific reasons.
Hmm.
So that's been, other than that, I tried to go to the, I think I told you last time I was going to try and go to this light up Temecula. It was a lighting of a menorah in one of the
Yeah.
parks.
Mm-hmm.
I had another meeting at that time and I missed the the thing. It was only an hour and I thought it was going to be longer than that. I assumed it was. So that's on me.
Yeah.
Um but I assumed because they were talking about having a little music, they were gonna have like latkes and donuts and things like that, traditional
Mm-hmm.
fried dishes, and then light the menorah, do a prayer. But they did all that in an hour, and I'd be on Black people time where I was like, yo, I was just about to pull up. Yo, we party just getting started, just about to come through,
Like how you call it black people time. Like,
bro. PC time for real. Oh, CP
oh.
time. All right, too high.
I definitely was calculating in my head. I was like,
I was no, I did that
I don't,
backwards.
yeah. See?
Oh, good trees. Good,
Yeah.
powerful trees. You know, they have a strong scent. uh,
Trees? Tree?
trees. Yeah, trees. You know, trees.
Huh?
They're, little conical looking trees.
Yeah.
Come in a plethora of colors and variety of scents. Sometimes they're a little bit more fruity, some a little bit more just specifically citrusy, piney, if you will. Mm, mm.
A little skunky.
I mean, there are varieties that have a strong odor, yes,
Yep.
pungent, if you will.
Pungent. It's a good way to put it.
But if I got a sweet target, like that's the way I'm describing it.
Yeah.
I haven't
That's a
had to
little
really say the word at all, and we all know what I'm talking about.
mm. I mean, I hope that everyone kind of knows. Like,
But why would they assume I just partake? Huh? What are you trying to
no,
say?
no, I'm saying I hope that people know because in today's world, if someone doesn't get all the innuendos, it's like one of those where it's like let you start like patting the couch, like we need to talk. If
There's
you
some naive people out there, or just some
mm,
people who aren't well versed.
true, but it's like I mean
I know
pretty
people
popularized.
moving forward.
Yeah,
Moving forward.
yeah.
This
Just
was not the bump of the road you saw.
sure, sure. Well, no, nothing. All
You're the
right,
only one
what?
staying here.
Let's see. What? Let's see. So the bad advice. I said my bad advice was to tell someone, "I'll do whatever you want."
Bro, I had to give good advice. I had to give mental health advice. And I did that. Oh, you want my bad advice? Okay.
Yeah.
Go on your
Said,
podcast. Everyone who has a podcast, hear me out. Hear me out. And especially if it's professional and you work with a professional. Go on to your show and make explicit innuendos about paraphernalia. That way to make your co-host so uncomfortable that you get a chance to relish in it.
you know, when I was an intern, my supervisor developed something that he said, we should develop a new strategy and like a new strategy for like a therapy approach for you and I doing co-therapy. And I was like, okay. And he was like, I'm gonna call it throwing Brandon under the bus approach. Because like we would meet with like teenagers or families. People are like therapy's dumb, and we'd be like, it kind of is. It's weird. It's uncomfortable. Like it'll get better, but you're right. It's
It's
pretty weird
kind
at
of
first.
dumb, but yeah.
Yeah. And then he would just they would like partner up and make fun of me, and that was like how they bonded. And he was like, it would be people that would just be like, man, therapy's great, and it'd be like, I'm getting verbally assaulted week after week over here. and you guys are building like this
It,
tight thing together. And now
do
it's
you,
happening on a podcast.
do you know what it is?
It's in my punchable face.
It's your verbally punchable face.
Oh, shoot. That's not even a thing. That's
Clearly, it is. You cannot deny this.
it. I mean, it's happened enough in life where now I'm just kind of like, yep, it is. It is what it is.
I don't know, but you also don't let it get to you as well. So that's why it's like, yeah, it just keeps up. It's like, all right, he doesn't care, but we know you care. And you're just like, and you're like,
What was that
man,
impression?
that's you getting just boxed
I
in the
know,
face.
just like
As soon as you rebound again,
just
again,
here it comes.
it's
Here it
jabs. It's
comes.
jabs.
It's true. It's never like a knockout blow. It's just over.
Bro, I just want to rough him up a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah, but that was like,
Did you get picked on as a child? Now
oh
I'm just
yeah.
curious. All right.
Oh yeah.
You were
Yeah.
like bullied in school and like,
Oh yeah.
were you ever shoved in a locker?
No. No. There was like lots of threats of such
I
things.
am.
What? That look. I don't like that look. What is it? Because either
I mean, I may
is this
have,
goes what
I might have been locked in a locker.
oh you shoot, you got locked in one?
I got locked in. They left me in there for like 2 minutes or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was small though. That was the thing. So it was like,
Yeah.
can you fit? It was like one of those cursions, like, yeah, I think I can. And you get in and you're like, I got a shoulder room, and they're like, boom.
Yeah.
Where the lights go? It's like
Yeah.
just three slits, and you're like, they're never pointing the way you need them to.
Yeah. You're always looking up. You're like, what?
Or like down through the slide, and you only see
Yeah.
shoes.
Yep. Who's that?
Can somebody call a teacher? Mr. Fraunhofer had to come and get me out. Yeah.
Fraudhofer?
Fraunhofer. Yeah.
That's
Both him and his father worked at my school.
huh. That's like a very, very Germany sounding name.
They had German heritage.
Well, I know, but that's
German and Polish.
Oh.
So
Have you ever had pierogies, by the way?
yes, and they're delicious.
So good.
Dude, my white roommate put me onto that some time ago, back when I was in college. Man, it
Mm-hmm.
was a good time. Pierogies were delicious. Delicious.
What? You should what?
Oh, I be hearing stuff, man. I live in a world of delusions. Don't mind me. I be hearing stuff all the time. It's like, is it real? I don't know. Continue on.
Yeah. All right.
You
So
just
bad
gotta
advice.
ignore some of them. Yeah.
So your bad advice is make explicit, paraphernalia references
Mhm.
on, things that are
On your
gonna
professional podcast
mm,
to
and
make your
mindless.
co-host uncomfortable.
Ugh, gosh. Yeah, it's like you just love it every time. And in the moment I know that I give some sort of random facial expression, you're like, yes, it's starting. Like it's like just
Oh, bro, that's so.
uh,
This is why my wife calls me evil. Like, she's like, bro, if you were a villain, it'd be really bad.
true.
Don't do that. I'm very
What?
pleasant
Yes, but
all the
like
time.
you, you're great at reading people. You're great at reading the situation in the room and what's going on, and very observant and a little calculating. And so, if it was used for evil, I'd be like, ah. this dude's definitely getting away with a whole bunch of stuff before anyone else catches him.
I mean,
Like,
no,
ugh.
no, because you'd have to have like some superiority complex to go along with that to make it go off, and I, I, I don't have that. Not high, no.
What?
Yo, bro, you could have kept it a little bit longer. You could have
I
kept those things.
know. Just
But granted, it's just funny.
um,
But no, I don't have that. I'm just, you know,
yeah.
I'm pretty good.
Yeah. So let's see what's your
Mm.
mental health tip like from you, like as far as something people need to know, what it would be useful as far as the mental health world? Because I kind of left it open-ended, but I was curious, like, so I'm like in the world of mental health stuff.
Right. There's been something that's been reoccurring in my life wherein essentially you can't ignore the gut feelings. They they're probably right. So like people have to be a little bit more honest with themselves as like or at least a little bit more confident in themselves and understanding that intuition's a real thing and
Mm-hmm.
you at least need to pursue it if not fully delve in. It's like investigate some
Mm-hmm.
and that way you can really express yourself as you need to get everything out. So that's it's because I hold on to a lot. I'm the type that bottles stuff up, and for a long time I was really good at it. And when I started to recognize the bad patterns that were going along with it, and I did want to finally make a true change of it, it took a lot of like, all right, so why do I feel this way? And then how can I explain it so where I'm understood?
Mm-hmm.
Because when we get in these fits, we forget a lot of things. Like we're so in the moment that a lot of things just flash by. So you gotta like take that time for yourself to reevaluate, investigate yourself, and then be able to fully open up because you can't just run from these things. They're gonna catch up.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to. So learn to believe in your gut instincts and your intuition, um, but also learn to investigate yourself to really get to that point first. I
Mm-hmm.
kind of put it in a mixed up order, but you need both of those connecting to, at least from my point of view, to really start to express yourself.
Mm-hmm.
So don't be afraid, man. That's just what it is. You got to have these talks. So bottling up, putting stuff, hiding it under the rug, whatever you want to use as your idiom, analogy, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
That shit just doesn't work, and eventually
Yeah.
it's gonna pile up. It's gonna come back to you. So,
Yep. Yep. Oh, that's good. Dude, that was like really deep. Well done.
this is on the fly. I
Woo!
didn't, because I
It's
mean,
like I feel like I'm in church. Like,
don't do that.
what?
I was talking to my mom the other week, and I was like, "Mom,
Mm-hmm.
what if I said I might be a pastor one day?" She's like, "Bro, I already know." I'm like, first of all, you didn't even ever give her no English. She's like, "Man, hush, I know." I'm like, "Man, you probably do." I'm a hush.
Mm. Mm.
It's like
Like,
it's because it's the counseling, like, and wanting to elevate people mix that.
mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's good.
Because
What?
you get this little cheeky smile. You like seeing me
Cause
squirm too? Nah,
I
I'm on to you. I'm on to
no,
you.
I don't like seeing you squirm. I like seeing you actually like, I don't know, you have a lot to like share, a lot to like. help and a lot to like be there for other people. You got good stuff. And so
Other piece of advice: learn to take a compliment. Don't do what I'm doing right now,
screw
which is deflect.
just
My co-host does it too, so he's in the same boat.
100% fair. Like I I was just gonna lean in to be like, yeah, he's right.
All
Like,
right.
why
It's
are compliments
cringy,
so?
dude.
Yeah, but why? Like I know my theory is because it's just I don't know. Like it's just it feels so rare
We
in
don't
the world
live
around us.
in a very like truly compliment driven society. It's only for like certain things that you are. And I want to definitely illustrate there's a difference in between like giving everyone a trophy but and like complimenting everyone. You can
Hmm.
compliment everyone and not everyone get a trophy. Like, hey man, you guys tried your best. Maybe next time. And you know,
Hmm.
something like that. But I'm like, compliments, we don't get a lot of those.
Right.
It's only individuals. And there's this
Yeah.
misguided notion that they are one and the same, and that's not true.
Yeah.
So then when you get a genuine one, it's like, oh,
Yeah.
oh, don't don't touch me. Because then they want to hug you, and you're like,
No. Not.
I slither away,
Why?
just like
Just what? How many people give you compliments and try to I I'm
you
not
did
much. I'm not
great
a
out
big.
there, and I'm like,
Nope. 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 That's where your chest goes concave and you're like,
that's what you're like, thank you. You
yep.
bite your nail, and you're like, thank you. That's how bad it is. So I don't
Yeah.
know. One thing that I have a weekly meeting with a friend, and at the end of each week, we like kind of like give each other a compliment, or at least say I love you, because men they do say I love you. They be like I love you, bro, and whatnot, but it's not as like strong a feeling as it should be presented. Like, no, dude, I truly cherish our relationship and I'm glad we're doing this together. This is
Hmm.
fantastic and I love you for that.
Yeah.
That's like and we have these type of conversations and I just want other people to have that as well. Man, I am on a roll. Good goodness.
That's what I said. I feel like I'm at church. Like, come on. Like lunch can wait, man. Keep it
No,
going. Like
like, no, all right.
everything's in a crock pot. Oh, the handkerchief too. I'll
I don't know.
pull
It's
up.
just yeah, it's a mental health podcast, and we get sidetracked with crazy stories from time to time. But I mean, yeah, I mean, take the time to like if you're on a roll, like might as well go for it. So to the broskies out there, tell your brothers that you love them, all of them, the ones that you're close to. Tell your sister friends that you're close to that you love them on some regular platonic stuff. Like don't go messing up no relationships. Chill out. Like be clear. Like,
Yeah.
I love you as a friend. You know, be able to tell people that you love them, like for real,
Hmm.
for real. So, all
Yeah.
right, put the mic off.
It's just push. All right. Well done. No, it's
All
good.
right,
It's good.
dude, we'll call it a short week. Yeah,
Yeah.
actually, it's probably regular, but I think that's it. I'm uncomfortable now. I don't like saying so many nice things and then not doing something evil. I live a very yin and yang life.
I was kind of curious how long we were gonna leave it there because I was
Like,
like, this.
when I'm in the
I know.
zone and I'm like feeling like crazy to people, all right, cool. But like now I'm like coming off it. Oh,
Yeah. You're like,
I don't know what got over me, guys.
it's I
Spirit got me
my.
this time. Gotcha, boy. Shoot.
I always think it's like when you're taking a compliment or when you're sharing those things, it's always a really vulnerable moment. And that's, I think, the uncomfortable thing for me. It's
To
like,
know it's uncomfortable for them.
no, like it's
Oh,
like our
oh, just the
like
vulnerability. I mean, we're not a
yeah,
vulnerable nation either, so you're not
true. But
wrong.
like to have someone like see something genuine about you and be like, hey, I noticed that about you is also kind of like, oh,
They're
that's
watching
like,
you.
yeah, yeah, not that, but like it's like
I mean,
they
but yes, that they see you. They
yeah,
saw when you weren't paying attention, when you got your guard up. They were able to like, oh, oh, here's pretty good. And you're like,
yeah.
who told you? I looked through the window. You peeping Tom.
Yeah, go back home. No, get out of
It's
here.
like, no, you were really good. You're actually a really good dancer. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah,
No. They say
go
dance
go.
like nobody's watching.
That's-
But are they?
There were so many
Ah, that
people
feels
watching.
better. That feels
Yeah. See?
all right, y'all. We're gonna call it. Have a great week.